Hello, welcome back to Faraday's Genius channel. Today our discussion is going to be centered on Norton's theorem, right? And Norton's theorem is actually the source transformation of what? Thevenin's theorem, okay? So anytime we take the source transformation of Thevenin, then we are going to get what the Norton's theorem, okay? So let's deal with it. The Norton's equivalent circuit is given by a current source, right? Which is the Norton's current in parallel with the what? With Zn, which is the same as what? In parallel with what? Zn, which I call it what? The Norton's what? Impedance, and then also in parallel with what? Another impedance called what? The load what? Impedance. So Z what? L. Okay. So we already know the ZL. The ZL is what we are actually finding what current or whatever across it. Okay. So here the load is the same as what? RL, right? And it's equal to ZL, and we can say it's equal to what? 6 ohms. I already learned how to find Zn, right? Because Zn is actually the same as what? Finding the Thevenin's what? Impedance or Thevenin's resistance. So our focus is going to be centered on how to find what? In. Okay. So let's do with this circuit together, finding In, right? So first of all, we will draw our circuit. Okay. And we have 20 angle 0 degrees, and this is what E. Okay. So this one, so we can connect all these together. So this is in the series branch and call it what? Z1. Okay. And then finally we can also call this one what? Z2. Okay. So this is where we put what? Our In. And In is simply what? The short circuit what? Current. Okay. So if this side is short circuited, what do you think will happen? That's actually what we are going to do today. So first of all, let's find the value of Z1. Z1 is equal to Z1 is equal to R, which is the one, the real part of the resistance. We have R1 here, plus, since this one is an inductance, plus J what? 4, or in what? Ohms. And then we have our Z2. So Z2 is actually what? The capacitance, okay? So it's going to be what? Minus J5 what? Ohms, okay? So this is what we have. Now, the next thing is for us to move forward and find the value of what? In, okay? Here, In is actually, you see when the current is coming, let me just get a different pen. When the current is coming from here in case, it's going to be shared between this and that, right? But because there's no resistance in this path, right? So all the current will be assumed to pass there. So it's more or less like nothing is passing here. So we assume this one is what? Short circuited. So we are going to take it off, okay? So the remaining circuit is going to be the same 20 angle 0 degrees, which is what E. And then we'll have the impedance Z1, okay? We have our Z1 there. And then finally we have what? The value of what? In. But don't forget this one is a series path, right? So in series path we have only one current, right? So the current is actually the same as what? In, which is the same as the Norton's current. So we can say that what the Norton's current is given by the voltage, because this one is series, divided by what? The resistance, which is what? Z1. So we can say this is the same as what? 20 angle 0 degrees over Z1. So Z1 is actually the same as what? 3 plus what? J4. Okay. So it means that In will be equal to, so we can just put this value straight. You get it? Or we can choose to convert them individually, okay? By let's take the harder way so that we can get the concept more. Okay. So we can find the value of we can convert this side into what? Equivalent angle form. That's R theta degrees in polar form. So to find R is given by what? The real part squared, right? 3 squared plus the imaginary part, which is 4 squared. And this one will give us R to be equal to what? 5. Okay. So we can find the angle. Angle is given by tan inverse of what? The imaginary part over the real part. So that's the same as 4 on what? On 3. It means that theta will be equal to, will give us 53.13 degrees. Okay. So when we come, we will write our value. So we're going to get 20 angle 0 divided by, so the R we had it to be 5 angle 53.13. But don't forget that anytime you are looking, we have something like this, right? we can just divide this one straight, but in the angle we are going to subtract the down one from the up. Okay, so 5 divided by 20 divided by 5 will give us corresponding value of 4. We're going to get 4 angle minus 53.13 degrees for the one, the Norton current. Okay. Now let's proceed to find the one, the equivalence what. So we have gotten the Norton current. Let me just write it here. So IN was given by, so, or when I finish I can rewrite all of them together. Now let's proceed to find the value of what, Zn. Okay, we can get that from this. Let me just come here and take this whole of this off. Okay, so we know the condition for finding Zn, right? At any time we are looking for the value of Zn, if it is, all sources are going to be taken off following certain rules. The rule is that if it is a voltage source, it's going to be what, short circuited, right? If the current is going to be what, open circuited. Voltage is short circuit and current is what, open circuit. So we are going to short circuit this, and then we'll have our impedance Z1, okay, like this alone, and then have our what, and then we'll have our Z2 here, and then we can put our impedance Z, the one we are looking for, which is the Norton's one impedance. Okay. Now anytime you have to find the Norton's impedance, just assume that what, assume that there's a current what, moving from this path. Okay, if there's current moving from where the Zn is located, it means that this and this is going to be in parallel. Okay, so we are going to the Zn will be equal to Z1 parallel what, Z2, right? It means that Zn will be equal to Z1 Z2, that's product over sum, Z1 plus what, Z2. Okay, so let's rewrite all the values. So Zn will be equal to, what's the value of Z1? Z1 I wrote it somewhere, 3 plus J4, right? Okay, we have 3 plus what, J4 multiplied by minus what, 5J, all divided by the sum, that's J4 plus what, minus J5. Okay, so it means that we are going to get the value of Zn to be equal to 7.5. We are going to get it to be 7.5 minus J2.5 what, ohms. Okay, so that is actually the answer for our result. So we come back and redraw our equivalent circuit, right? Following the order, we are going to get what we had here to be 4 angle minus 53.13. And then we have the value of what, the Zn, which is equal to what we just had now, 7.5 minus what, J2.5, like this, represented nicely. And then finally we'll have another parallel path, right, which is the load, and it's actually what, 6 ohms. So this is our equivalent circuit for the Norton's analysis. Thank you.